Welcome. You've got dads.
Okay. Alright, Mr. Hugo. Hugo Vega. Middle school teacher, high school teacher, writer of scholarly articles on 18th century literature for various esteemed publications. If you're on here to tell me that my son put a cherry bomb in your trash, I know, and I'm sorry. On a Friday night, you are most likely to brew some strong tea and paint my miniatures. Ooh, he's a wargaming nerd. If you had one thing to take with you onto a desert island, what would it be? A remembrance of things past by Marcel Proust. What are your turn-ons? Muscles. What did you want to be when you grew up? A movie star. What's your favorite movie genre? Documentaries on art history. What's your ideal date? Each of us read a different book on opposite sides of the couch in comfortable silence. What do you never leave home without? My glasses. Actually, I forget them at home a lot. I spend a lot of time thinking about. I worry that people who are against e-readers are more in love with the idea of books than actually reading them. You know what? Fair point. I navigate to Hugo's Dadbook page and type out a message. Hey Hugo, great seeing you at the barbecue. Wanna hang out sometime? I wait for a few minutes before the computer dings. I'm so glad you messaged me, and I definitely want to hang out sometime, but I have a favor to ask. Our class is going on a field trip to the aquarium today, and one of our chaperones is called in sick. Is there any possible way you could come by and replace them? Uh-oh. I completely understand if you don't want to or can't make it, but I'm going to be honest with you here. It's the middle school class. I need as much help as I can get. I think about it for a moment. Man, that's a lot of screaming kids that I'd be accounted for. And they're in middle school, arguably the worst age to be. Amanda silently trudges into the kitchen and pours herself a bowl of cereal. Morning, Amanda. Morning, Pops. Hey, how was middle school for you?
Ugh.
Bad, but nobody likes middle school. It's 3 years of bad acne, crying, and being generally terrible.
Ugh.
Everyone sucks. No self-awareness. It's just a bunch of hormonal teenagers locked in a gross old building for 40 plus hours a week, doing long division and starting fights over. I don't know. Pizza day? Top 40s pop? Middle schoolers should be avoided at all costs. What was your middle school experience like? I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember. Let alone my character. I went to class, went to school, pretty much kept the same friends, or a friend. Kind of was friendly with everybody, generally. It was so long ago, we probably rode dinosaurs to class and bartered for lunch with the tiny skulls of the animals we had slain. You probably had to walk uphill in the snow both ways too, huh? And we liked it.
Eh?
See? Middle schoolers are reprehensible. Wait, why are you asking me about middle school? Oh, Mr. Vega requests my help to chaperone his middle school class to the aquarium. Just want to know what I was in for. You get to go to the aquarium? Are you kidding me? Last field trip I got to go on was to the clam chowder factory. They didn't even give us clam chowder. They gave us square pizza at a clam chowder factory. Oh, is that why you won't eat clam chowder anymore?
What?
No, it's because Bobby William threw up into one of the vats of clam chowder, and I'm the only one who saw it happen. It haunts me. Alright. Let's leave that story firmly in the past.
Huh.
Anyway, you should just do it. Mr. Vega sounds like he could really use the help. Plus, you get to hang out with cool fish. Amanda, I get kind of weird about aquariums. The ocean makes me nervous. What, are you worried that a whale's gonna pop out of the touch tank and swallow you whole? Don't you put fear in my heart. Well, do they have penguins there? Yes, they have penguins there.
Yeah.
Then it's settled. Penguins outweigh fear of ocean. I sit back down at the computer and let Hugo know that I'm available. He tells me to meet him at the aquarium and gives me the address. I grab my keys and kiss Amanda on the forehead before I head out. I arrive at the aquarium to find that the school buses have beaten me there. Preteens huddle around their teachers in small groups, yelling at each other and goofing off. Every teacher looks like they're at their wits' end. Hugo jogs up to me, looking frazzled. I'm so glad you're here. Hugo! It's been a debacle all morning. We're short-handed and most of the kids won't stop screaming, as I'm sure you know is the case with all middle schoolers. I lived through Amanda at 12. I'm all too familiar.
Oh.
Great, well, if it's you and me chaperoning a group of 10 kids, they're over here. Hugo walks me over to a gaggle of preteens who are all sitting on the ground, playing with their phones. They're not kicking each other like some of the other groups, so we're off to a good start. Can you guys put your phones away? All the kids look up for a moment to stare at Hugo. They then go back to texting. At least they're quiet? Too quiet. These guys are up to something. I can feel it. There's no way. They're too busy to think about not getting food stuck in their braces to pull any stunts. It's middle school, after all.
Oh.
We'll see. The classes start filing into the aquarium, and Hugo hands out massive stapled packets of paper to each kid. These are due at the end of the field trip. Yes, this will be for a grade. No, you can't borrow a pencil. Kids collectively groan and grab the sheets from Hugo. What's in the packet?
Oh.
Honestly, it's just busy work so that the teachers can have a moment's reprieve. I think one of the questions asks them to sit quietly for 10 minutes to think about the Great Barrier Reef. Teacher hacks. I like that. Wait, I thought you were an English teacher. What does the aquarium have to do with books?
Oh.
We just did a unit on the old man in the sea. Nothing quite like introducing kids to the futile perseverance of the human spirit by making them pet stingrays. Gives us time to check out some of the exhibits as well. Come on, they have a phenomenal selection of tropical fish. While the kids sit on the floor and pretend to do their assignments while they text, Hugo and I wander over to a large tank filled with brightly colored fish. Hugo points to a brown and white fish with long spines. That right there is a lionfish. Did you know that their stomachs can expand up to 30 times in size? I actually didn't know that. But I do know that they are very aggressive. Like they are incredibly territorial. Whoa.
Oh.
The spines are venomous too. Nature is hardcore.
Oh.
You think that's bad? Take a look at this one over here. Hugo points to a spiny, grumpy-looking fish hanging out near the bottom of the tank. That's a stonefish, the most venomous fish in the world. And they just, keep it here. Oh, they're relatively harmless so long as you don't step on them. What happens if you step on them? Tissue necrosis. Please don't tell me that my character can ask what that means, because I know exactly what that means. Cool.
Oh.
Nature is wild. Man, Hugo seems to know a lot about fish. I feel the overwhelming need to impress him. Hey, see that fish over there? That one? Yeah, that's the... American longfin, I guess? Yeah? Did you know that... Psychiatric fish trivia. This is the only species of fish known to develop clinical depression. Wait, are you serious? Absolutely not. I'm playing it for the gag here.
Ah!
Ha! Good one. We lead the kids to another room. Sharks, sea turtles, eels, and other marine life swims around in a massive floor-to-ceiling aquarium. The kids begin trying to take selfies with the sharks. Hugo leaves my side to separate two kids who started fighting over a Capri Sun. I walk around the room, reading the tiny little blurbs about different fish swimming inside of the enclosure. After a while, I look around and see Hugo again. He's gazing up at the aquarium in childlike wonder. The ripples in the water cast blue, moving shadows across his face. For someone surrounded by angry hormonal preteens, he looks completely peaceful. He looks really cute in this light. I hope he doesn't notice me staring. Wow.
Oh.
I walk over to join him. Gorgeous, isn't it? Okay, you know what? I want to see... Well, no. You know what? Heck with it. I'd rather stare at you. What? Hugo turns bright red. Maybe I put it on too thick. I mean, I'd rather not stare at you at all. Hugo looks confused. Great save, Donnie. I mean, never mind. Forget I said anything. I'm suddenly very sweaty. I search around for a fish tank to dunk my head into to cool down. Stand together for a moment, admiring the wonders of marine life. Eventually make our way to the touch tank room, which seems to be the only thing the kids are actually interested in. The tank is filled with a variety of horseshoe crabs, sea urchins, stingrays, and small fish. I stand around the edges of the tank and keep a wary distance from the sea life. Who knows what kind of nefarious plans those horseshoe crabs have for my well-moisturized hands? Hugo rolls up his sleeves and sticks his hand in the water. Don't you want to pet some rays, Donnie? Oh, I think I'm good. I don't really... I think I should just stay over here and admire them from a respectable distance. Come on, it'll be fun. And informative. Don't make fun of me, bud. I'm scared to touch them. I get weird when there's no glass separating us. I don't know what any of those things are, but I get the feeling they will probably bite me in my delicious hands if given the chance. Nothing in this tank can hurt you. Stingrays have had their barbs removed, horseshoe crabs only eat little clams, and the anemones are perfectly safe to touch. Against my better judgment, I approach the tank, slowly dipping my hand into the cold water. I touch a stingray as it glides past me. See? Not so bad. Feels like fun, slimy leather. Things get a lot less scary when you learn more about them, right? Agreed. Yeah. I dive my hand back down into the touch tank with a renewed vigor for ocean life. I poke at some urchins and feel the hard carapace of a horseshoe crab. And my hand brushes against Hugo's as we reach for the same anemone. I pull away, blushing. Hugo smiles at me. Hey, you're supposed to be touching the fish. Sorry, I just get a little carried away Wait. That girl over there looks suspicious. Why is that?
Oh.
Are backpacks usually that wet? Hold on. Susan! Susan, get back here. Hugo runs after a middle schooler and catches her before she can make it to the exit. Want to tell me what's in the bag? Textbooks? Want to tell me what's really in the bag? Susan won't budge. Walk over to Hugo and the girl. I think you might need a bad cop. Look, kid. That's an easy 5 to 10 in the clink. I had a bud go down for that once. Came out a changed man. Said he missed the bars. You're not a teacher. You can't tell me what to do. Yes, well, I am. Can you please put the bag down? Next time, we won't say please. Susan glares at Hugo for a moment before dropping her book bag on the floor. Lands with a wet slap. We stare at it for a moment before it starts to move.
What?
Hugo leans down and unzips the backpack. A horseshoe crab frantically scuttles out and across the floor. Employee swoops in, scoops it up, and places it back into the tank. She gives us a disapproving look. Jesus, Susan, what was your plan? I was trying to free him. To where? Outside? Where he was gonna die?
Uh,
Susan, go back to your group. We'll discuss this later. Yeah, and hands where we can see him. Susan sulks off, leaving me alone with Hugo. Gives me a pat on the shoulder. Middle schoolers have sticky hands. I doubt that's the first time that's happened here. Or the last. In the next room, we see a variety of smaller tanks. Sea urchins, tiny fish, and a rainbow of lovely underwater plant life surround us.
yes.
Look over here. Hugo points to some seahorses gathered at the bottom of a tank. One of them is in the middle of giving birth.
Hey.
That's actually the male seahorse. Sort of takes fatherhood to a new level, doesn't it? Hey kids, come check this out. There's a male seahorse giving birth. A low murmur from the students. They just jump back on their phones.
Ah.
Fun fact, male seahorses can even give birth and then get pregnant in the same day. Man, we thought we had it hard.
Hey.
I wonder if they have to deal with their kids' awkward teenage years, too. All however many thousand of them. You seem to know a lot about marine life, Hugo.
Yes.
It's not really my specialty, but I do make a point to learn as much as possible whenever I can. I think that learning shouldn't end when you leave school. We should challenge ourselves to find out more about the things we don't understand every day of our lives. Because if you stop learning, I don't think you'll ever be able to grow or change as a person. Good point. But I still don't trust the ocean. We'll get there. Finally make our way over to my favorite part of the tour, the Arctic exhibit. Do we get to see the penguins?
Oh.
Yes, we get to see the penguins. Hell yes. Our group of kids run around the exhibits. They won't stop tapping on the glass of the puffin enclosure, trying to get their attention. For at least a few moments, teachers, chaperones, and students alike seem to be having a great time. What was I so worried about? This isn't too bad.
Whoa.
Hugo suddenly grabs my arm. Oh my god, there's a student in the penguin enclosure. Wait, just kidding, it's very bad. Is it one of ours? It most certainly is. Molly Henderson, Susan's friend. Look over to the penguin and see a determined-looking kid crouching behind a rock. She's hiding just out of sight of one of the employees. Over on the side of the enclosure, I see the door to the exhibit ajar. Was it unlocked this whole time? We gotta stop her before the staff sees and bans our school for life. Hugo looks around. I'll create a distraction. Hugo runs towards the puffin exhibit and addresses the entire room. Everybody, everybody, everybody. I have an announcement. Whole room turns towards Hugo.
I don't know.
Here's a few facts I bet you didn't know about penguins. Everybody just stares at Hugo, confused. Well, this is my shot. Run into the enclosure and greeted by a cold blast of air. Psst, hey! Girl whips around to look at me. Her nose is pink from the cold. Can't be in here. Neither can you. Try to walk over to the girl, but the ground is so icy that I just end up slipping. Catch myself before I hit the ground, the girl still laughs at me. Contrary to popular belief, penguins are birds. Birds are traditionally known to fly, but penguins cannot. So I can understand some confusion when we're discussing the birdness of penguins. Crowd is still somehow enraptured. Kid, what are you even doing? I'm letting the penguins go. They deserve freedom. Where are they even going to go? They're gonna live in my closet. Look, I just don't even have time to argue about this. We gotta get out of here. Not until I save a penguin. Little known fact is that penguins only live in cold climates. With some exceptions. So they don't all live in cold climates if you're splitting hairs here. Did I mention that they don't fly? The crowd is starting to lose interest, and it's the... I can give you a fun fact. The male penguins are the ones that look after the nest. I'm running out of time. And, they're one of, several animal species that actually practice, monogamy. know what? Bribe her. I will give you 20 bucks right now if you leave with me. Molly thinks for a sec. Okay, well, give it to me right now. I reach into my pocket and pull out everything I have, examining each bill. Okay, well, I have $12 and some change. Also, there's a button here. Is that enough? Pay me the other 8 later, and we have a deal. Move to shake on our agreement before I suddenly realize there's a wave of penguins on their way out of the enclosure. We're gonna have to block these birds. Block that bird!
Block that bird!
The heck am I throwing at them? Are they supposed to be rocket hands? Good grief!
Drive that team!
I'm trying! There you go. One. And it wasn't even my fault. It bounced out of the exit. Bribery works! Whew, glad that's over. Just in time, too. Looks like Hugo is wrapping up his diversionary penguin speech.
Hey!
And that's why I think that penguins are one of the best animals in the world. A few people in the audience clap out of a sense of duty. Everybody starts dispersing. Hugo spots us from across the way and runs over. Molly, what were you doing in there? I was liberating animals, Mr. Vega. You realize that the penguins can only survive in Arctic temperatures, right? You would have had a dead penguin on your hands. Well, it was the thought that counts. No, Molly, it wasn't. Molly turns to me. You owe me $8.
Huh?
What? Just, I'll pay you later, kid. Molly runs off towards Susan, I suppose so they can compare animal thief notes.
Oh.
You're not off the hook, Molly.
Oh.
Donnie, did you just bribe a child? I bribed a child. It was the only way to get her out of the exhibit. I'm not proud of what I've done. I'm not proud of it either. Or of my penguin facts lecture, but at least we got her out.
Oh.
Let's just get through the day and get out of here. With the day finally coming to a close, the whole field trip is ushered through the gift shop, and we make our way back out to the school buses. As we leave the aquarium and the kids load onto the buses, Hugo pulls me aside. Hey Donnie, thank you so much for helping out today. You're a lifesaver. It's no problem. It was actually kind of fun.
Ah.
Let me take you out next time to make it up for you. You like cheese boards? I love cheese boards. Great, well, I gotta make sure the kids don't steal anything else. See you around. I walk inside to find the house empty. I wonder where the panda's at. Before I know it, Amanda pops in through the front door. What you up to tonight? Just doing some homework. How was the aquarium? It was an adventure. Some kid tried to steal a penguin.
Dad!
And another kid tried to steal a horseshoe crab. We've all been there. Had to run in and grab her before any of the employees saw.
Hey!
You got to go into the penguin enclosure? Did you steal a penguin for us? Amanda, no penguins were stolen thanks to the valiant efforts of myself and Mr. Vega. It was nice getting to spend some time with Hugo, though. I'm surprised he helped complete a covert op. He's usually kind of a what? Kind of a stick in the mud. He's actually pretty cool. Had a good time with him. Alright, too much adventure for me today. I'm gonna go rest my eyes. You mean take a nap? There's a difference. You'll learn when you become a father.
What a great date.
Wow, that was pretty unenthusiastic.